Hello students, how are you all? So here I am Deepthi Nair and I am taking here the third chapter of 8th class science book, that is the synthetic fiber, natural fiber and plastic. So student, here in this chapter we will be discussing about the fiber, what are the different kinds of fibers and from where these fibers are coming, and also here in this chapter we will be discussing about types of fiber that categorize into two, that is natural fiber is there, artificial fiber is there, and about synthetic fiber, what are the types of synthetic fibers, what are the characteristics, disadvantages, everything we will be discussing here in this chapter, and also about the plastic we will be discussing. So here let's start our chapter. First of all, we will be discussing about natural fibers. So in a short, if we're telling what do you mean by natural fibers, that means the fibers which are obtained naturally are called natural fibers. So here we can see what is given, that is the composed of atoms of various elements such as carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, sometimes of nitrogens and other elements in a lower quantities. It comes from plants, animals, and minerals. Have a short fibers called staple fibers. Exemptions to this rule is silk, a natural fiber whose continuous filaments are up to 1 kilometer in length. So they were telling about the example of a silk. That means the fibers which come from plants, animals, and the minerals, and they have a short fibers, they called staple fibers, and they composed of atoms of various elements such as carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, sometimes of nitrogens. Okay, now source of natural fibers, that is cotton from the cotton plant, linen from the flax plant, wool from sheep, silk from silkworm. Okay, now types of synthetic fiber. So before discussing about synthetic fiber, let's discuss about artificial fiber. As we already discussed about natural fibers, so also let's discuss about artificial fibers. That means the fibers which are made by human beings through the help of some chemical substances or what. Okay, so synthetic fiber is an example of a artificial fiber. So here types of synthetic fibers were given, that is rayon, nylon, polyester and acrylic. Okay, so first of all, let's discuss about rayon. So fabric obtained from silk fiber was very costly, but it's very beautiful texture fascinated everybody. Okay, so means the fabric which is obtained from the silk fiber and it is very costly and all, we cannot even imagine, and but all the peoples and audience are get attracted to that. Attempts were made to make a silk artificially toward the end of the 19th century. Scientists were successful in obtaining a fiber having the property similar to that of silk. Such a fiber was obtained by chemical treatment of a wood pulp. So they made an artificial silk. And how they made an artificial silk? They obtained by a chemical treatment of a wood pulp, and this fiber was called rayon. So that's why it is called as a artificial silk. Although rayon is obtained from a natural source, wood pulp, yet it's a man-made fiber. It's cheaper than a silk and can be woven like a silk fiber. Examples for a rayon, that is floaty floral rayon is there, rayon scarf is there, viscose rayon embroidered thread is there, rayon fan hand. Okay, now we will discuss about nylon. So nylon is another man-made fiber in 1931 in our daily use, and also we are using nylon. So it was a made without using any natural raw material from plant or animal. It was totally prepared from coal, water and air. Students, you all have to note that this nylon was made without using any natural raw material, and it was prepared from a coal, water and air, and it was the first fully synthetic fiber. So which was the first fully synthetic fiber? That is the nylon. Nylon fiber was strong. So here we are discussing about the characteristics of nylon. Okay, so nylon fiber was strong, elastic, and light. It was lustrous and easy to wash. So it became very popular for making the clothes. And we use many articles made from nylon, such as socks. We are using daily use. We are using socks now. Ropes, tents, toothbrushes, car seat, belt, sleeping bags, curtains, etc. Nylon is also used for making the parachutes and ropes for rock climbing. Nylon thread is actually stronger than a steel wire. So that's why these parachutes and the ropes for rock climbings are made by nylon, because nylon thread is actually a stronger than a steel fiber. So here are examples we can see. Nylon socks is there. Nylon brushes are there. The fully working cycle, which is made up of nylon, seat belt. Now let's discuss about polyester and acrylic. So polyester is another synthetic fiber. Fabric made from this fiber does not get wrinkled, okay, easily. So it remains crisp and easy to wash. So it's quite suitable for making the dress materials. So the dress which we were wearing now, it's made up of polyester. So this fiber does not get wrinkled easily and it remains crisp and it is very easy to wash. You must have seen people wearing nice polyester shirts and other dresses. Terling is a popular polyester. It can be drawn into very fine fibers that can be woven like any other yarn. So we wear sweaters and use shawls or blankets in the winter. Many of these are actually not made from natural wool, though they appear to resemble wool. Okay, so in a winter season, sometime we are wearing the this woolen sweaters and all, which is made up of woolen. But sometime now we were also wear sweaters and use the shawls and the blankets in the winters, and they are actually not made from natural wool, though they appear to resemble like a wool. So these are prepared from another type of synthetic fiber called acrylic. Okay, so that's why this acrylic is called as a artificial wool.